in the hood with it, Gunners Collective. You already know what it is. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Thought you wasn't gonna get it today? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Indubitably. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a mother smack addict. Ba-ya, ba-ya, ba-ya. What it is, you can tell by that thumbnail right there. I'm gonna say it with my chest, right? Puro comedy, homie. From the barrio. Comedy. A lot of people are asking me, Gunner, you should do stand-up comedy. I should be a comedian. Guard! Should I be a comedian? I don't know, bitch. Do what you do. The guard doesn't agree. You know, I try to stay as far away from this individual as possible, but at the same time, in the meantime, in between time, why they wanna play a hate on me? Say why they wanna play? They seem to always be lurking, twerking, and doing a little bit of smirking, right? But in the middle style in a direct fashion, I got to thinking and I said, self, maybe I should do some comedy. Maybe I should give the gente the comedy they need. I've given you bedtime stories. I've given you a whole lot of this and that. I brought smiles to a lot of gente's face, to a lot of raza's face. I opened up the doors for more comedians to jump up on YouTube and do their thug thizzle, right? Do your thing. But I wanted to tell some stories today. You know, a little bit comedic. They might make you laugh. You might say it with your chest. Oh, pow, bro. You might do your thing. But at the end of the day, one thing is for sure, I'm here for the puro comedy from the barrio. That's it. Hey, this is my homeboy Miklo from my barrio, right? We're going to do it tres puntos style. Now, trip out. There was this chick, right? This is sort of like a bedtime story, but not a bedtime story, but to what degree of bedtime story? I don't know, the wind's blowing. You know, one never knows does one. But I do know one thing is for sure. So I met this chick, right? Or I didn't even meet this chick. This happened to be a homegirl from way back. I mean, way back, right? So can I see what the back looks like? I mean, the other way. Not that way, not the way back, but come this way. Let me see it from the back. Now, trip out. We had never liked each other, okay? We didn't like each other because she used to be with one of my homeboys. And, you know, we were always out there doing dirt, always messing around, always in the game. And so, you know how the hyenas are, man. They know you're out there doing dirt like that with their old man. So they automatically figure you're corrupting them. It's all you. It's on you. You say that with your chest. That's it. You did that, right? Even though this is the vato, they used to call me like, hey, I got a badass tortillana. She's busted down. This is busted down tortillana. Get over here quick. I can't handle her. She's like 450, but I think she could lift me, right? So I'd get over there and we'd do the palo, double up, bang, bang. And everything was good in the hood. But of course, his old lady always thought I was the corrupter. I was the mad scientist to this chick when I really wasn't, right? But whatever. You know, I'm going to go ahead and hold that. I'm going to take that for the homeboy because that's what real ones do. It's called bros before hoes. It's called take one for the team. And I always took one. Or sometimes I took two for the team, right? But I took them. Now, trip out. So she never liked me and she always hesitated around me like, you could tell that she used to love me up and down till he said stop. But at the same time, there was some disdain or some disgust because she already knew that her old man, me and him were going to go out there. We're going to do something strange to a whole bunch of tortas for a lot of change, right? Definitely. So she didn't like me. So I do a prison term. I get out and I run into her. Now, when I run into her, she's not with the homeboy anymore. I mean, they're far from being together. She's already had 3 other kids by 3 other different dudes. He's already on like his 16th torta of the month. He's not even tripping. No one's tripping, right? They're good friends, or maybe they're not. One never knows, does one. But she happens to pull up to the pad that I'm at. And as soon as I see her, she's different. Oh yeah, times have changed. Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot hoes all on me, right? I felt like Mike Jones when I jumped up out that whip. Because as soon as she seen me, she came running in her high heels. Oh, it's you. I said, yeah, you can tell it's me. Wait up. Throw him up over here. Yeah, give me a hug. You feel that? Okay, tuck it in, right? So she tucked it in. But she was acting a lot differently than she never did. And that made me hesitate. Man, what is this chick up to? What is she after? What is she trying to grab a hold of? Oh, okay, that's what she's trying to grab a hold of, right? So she was flirting with me the whole night. And I was trying to pay it no never mind out of respect for the homeboy because you got to understand I had just got out and I didn't really know what was up yet. You know, because I know they had kids together and things of that nature. So I didn't really know what was up yet. And so I hesitated like a real one does. You know, you don't just say, it's like here, palo. You know, I'm going to take that. You know what I mean? I'll explain it later. Nah, let me go ahead and figure everything out first. And if the water's just fine, I'm going to jump in the Pacific to be specific. Órale, right? So, of course, I get a homeboy call and I just kind of inquire. I don't want to do too much. Say, Remember that chick you used to be with? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one. Yeah, with the big old culo. No, it's not that I ever knew she had a big culo. I'm just saying, did she have a big culo? You know what I mean? I never even noticed, man. Yeah, that one. Yeah, the one you have 6 kids by. So, to what degree of child support are you paying now? Because, see, oh, you are? Okay, yeah, I'm just saying because she was at the homie's house one day. Oh, yeah, yesterday. Yeah, and she, she was busting down like a tortillana. I just want to make sure that it's, oh, it is. Okay. All right. So basically the homeboy told me he ain't tripping off that chick, man. She could do what she wants to. The wind was blowing, right? So I didn't see her for a couple months. Wasn't really tripping off her. Wasn't like I was out there looking for her. If I ran into her in the city, if I ran into her in the town, then it was town business. Then of course, man, she was going to get that, right? But it wasn't like I was seeking to destroy us. I wasn't trying to sink her battleship or her tanker. Not quite yet. But if she ever came into my battle zone, then Sasuke, I was going to vanguard her straight up. And we're going to do it like that. Polar bears back my place. Sprinkle them in, brother. So I'm just doing my thing. And she happens to pull up to a party where I'm at. And again, right when I'm walking, like I said, an R&B song, she's looking at me like, give me that honey love. And I'm looking at her like, I don't do R. Kelly. That's all, right? But she's definitely feeling my vibe and I'm feeling hers. She was a good friend. She ended up becoming a good friend. And at that time in life, she had a sick-ass whip. So I used to call her all the time, hey, what's up, girl? Yeah, buzz down, talk the Anna, buzz down. Hey, can you give me a ride over here? I just liked riding her whip. She had slap in her car. She let me drive it and shit. You know what I mean? So we ended up becoming good friends. I never once tried anything with her. Just out of old school respect for the homeboy and out of respect for myself. I just couldn't see myself doing all that, right? But at the same time, there are times when you become a maniaco. Now, everybody knows about maniaco status. Every guy that right now is doing grabbing people like, I know a little bit of this and that about maniaco. I know a lot of bit about maniaco status, right? There comes that time at night. It happens at usually about 11:37, when you're just sitting down and all of a sudden you're scrolling through your phone and you type in P for perfection and something else pops up, right? And next thing you know, you're watching Mia Khalifa do her thing. Now, I'm not just saying I know the recipe, but toma, there you go. Now, it was one of those days, and I was like, I'm going to see what the homegirl was up to. One time for me, so I'm going to see if her wind's blowing. So I hit her up like, hey, what's up with you, girl? And she was like, nothing, just right here on my pad, doing a whole lot of nothing, hella bored. I love that. Hella bored is code for come, let me peel your whole cap words backwards. I'm bored is code for la baja tangas. I'm bored is code for come, give me I need child support. It's code for a lot of different things. So she hit me with the, yeah, I'm bored. I said, I'm bored too. To what degree of bored are you? She said, the bored is. I said, well, that ain't even a word, but I mean, let's define it together. So of course she comes and swoops me up talking about, hey, you want to go get something to eat? Again, it's 11:37. Yeah, I definitely want to eat something. You know what I mean? I'm hitting her with the tweaker move, right? So I jump in her whip. We're dipping all over the town, you know what I mean? Cruising just to cruise. Ain't got nowhere to go or nothing to do, but we're trying to find the correct spot. Eventually we end up out in Yosemite Lake, which anyone that's from Merced knows that's our hood lake, right? We go out there, all the homeboys go out there. That's where half the music videos in Merced are filmed. That's where everyone be going, car shows. Right now it's flooded, that's it. But that's where we be at, right? So me and her mysteriously end up there on the other side of the lake going the trout and the mongs fishing, right? Mao Lao. So we're over there with the TRGs fishing, and of course I'm kicking back and she's kicking back, and we're looking at the moon and the birds are going by, and it's one of them nights. One of them nights. Oh, they're the Eagles, right? It's one of them nights. And I just tell her straight up, hey, what's good with it? What's happening? And she said, you tell me. I've been trying to bust down tortilla. And she's hitting me with the Christian Rock, only with 2 teeth, right? And I'm like, all right, what's happening? So I do the with her, and everything's good. I don't proceed to do too much more, just based on the fact that I still have respect for the homie, right? And I'm thinking, just right here, you get a pet. This is like a Catholic school girl, you know what I mean? You can get away with just so much, but not a lot, right? So I'm just like, okay, we're gonna do this, but not too much. It's like a food stamp to $1. I had to make her holler. She got paid to do the wild thing, and I took her to Burger King. She wanted lobster, I took her to Burger King. So anyways, we bounce up out of there. She drops me back off at the pad, and I pay her no never mind for about 6-7 months, right? Every time I see her, she's in a party or something, I'm doing one of these, because of the way that my, you know what I mean, my mat game works. I'm hitting fences, busting down alleys, getting up out of there, man. I just can't face her because I felt like because I was on maniaco status that night and because it happened fast, that maybe she feeling some type of way, or she's gonna bust me out or expose me, right? But that was not to be the case. This chick was really feeling me. So I remember one day she picks me up, right? I'm like, hey, I need a ride. Now I had lined up 2 tortas, facts, palabra, peace shot, 2 bad ones, white girls though, I ain't gonna lie, right? And their jefita, she was there at the pad doing some mysterious stuff going on big 10 to 2. And I don't know what she was doing upstairs, but she was, hey, all I knew was it was party time. I said I was gonna go there con 2 tortillanas and bust down, or I was gonna get my máquina like in a real way. Well, God, so I didn't have a ride, because I ain't gonna lie, back in them days, we talking about 96, 97, my whip game was not immaculate. You know what I mean? My Cortez game was though, and I damn near wore those out. The heels were falling apart. So I called this chick, hey, because I had no one else to pick me up. Hey, will you give me a ride to this chick's house? And she was like, I guess, right? When she said I guess, that was code for I'm mad at you. You know what I mean? I wasn't tripping. She picked me up. She dropped me off at the Tortas house. And I'm feeling her vibe. Like my hands are right down waiting. She's out of stick shift. So she's getting it on right. And she keeps grazing my leg. Or, oh, I got to reach over. And her nipples on my kneecap, right? There's just certain things that are going on that I'm noticing. And I said, man, to what degree of noticing this am I doing, right? God, am I right or am I wrong? If you loving you was wrong, I don't want to be right. Nah, I don't get down. What's your pronoun? That's I've always wondered, right? So anyways, I'm doing my thing. I jump up off the whip. All right, homegirl, you know what I mean? You know what it is, you know what I mean? And I jump off, hit her with the secret squirrel handshake, and she's like, all right, I guess. Again, I guess. I guess not, right? So I fucking go to this chick's house. I walk in there and like, say it with your chest, say it with your chest, right? So of course I walk in there, but it smells like booty juice. I don't know if you guys know what degree that smells like, but it smells like if you open a can of tuna mixed with a can of fruit cocktails, just throw those motherfuckers together. It's like, it's got a sensual smell, yet a little bit tart, right? So I'm just not feeling how this house smells. There's a lot of cats and a puppy that shit in the corner. It's just not my style. Okay, I'm itching when I sit on the couch, so I know the bed bugs are tearing my elbow bone up. It's just different. So I'm sitting there miserable, like, man, I got to get up out of here. How do I escape, right? One of the chicks is talking about, hey, as soon as I'm done making this big old bowl of menudo, we're going to, oh, no, right? The white girl's talking about, hey, make me a bologna. Game over. The lawn's coming down like that. I said, oh, I got to get up out of here, right? This is hell, mother, right? And so I said, man, this is Tales from the Hood stuff. I need to get up out of here. So I give the girl a call. She had just left. She lived, like, not in Merced, but, like, the next city over, which is Winton. So I called her all the way back. I'm like, hey, man, I messed up. She was like, to what degree of messing up? I said, man, the highest degree. Come get me. Girl, drop me back off at the pad. She says, nah, I can't go all the way back there. I said, man, I got gas money. She said, it's not even that. It's the way that you did me, drop you off at 2 girls after what we did. I said, what did we do? All we did was catch a couple trout with the lungs and gave me a little... You notice how I extended that? And she was like, okay, I'll come get you. So when she comes, gente, oh yes, there will be coming, right? So when she comes, she picks me up, and now it's about 11:37, right? I'm starting to notice that the hairs on the back of my neck are going up and my horns are peaking, right? And my antennas are going haywire, right? So she picks me up, I jump in the whip, and she was like, you want to drive or what? To what degree of mamon can I get while driving, right? So yeah, I'll drive. So we're dipping. And of course, immediately she goes, did you have fun? I said, man, it was in there smelling like bologna on rye bread, sourdough. I'm cool, right? I had to get up out of there. She started laughing. She goes, I could have told you that. I said, how you know? You busted down with them too? To what degree? Do you know? She goes, nah. Just when you said there were white girls at tortillanas, I already knew, right? Anyway, she goes, so what do you want to do? I said, well, I want to go home and I want to watch, The Price is Right reruns. She goes, no, how about we do this? Oh, why? We're on R Street on Charles and R in my hood and dead end. I'm doing one of these. That's the way it has to be, because that's the way I like it. I hit one of these on. You know what I mean? I'm looking every which way. God, I'm doing my thing. So the funk was on, right? It was getting real funky and real spunky. We ended up at a hotel, on Hotel Drive on 16th Street, one of the most ghetto hotels. But that's all your boy could afford at them. The times were rough as it back then, right? I was just a norteño that didn't have nada, right? Shit, but I was active in a shit. That was real talk. Anyway, so we ended up getting down like in a vicious fashion. She was like, I should have been with you back in the days. I said that would have never happened. She said, why? I said, because you didn't look how you look now. And we had that conversation. Now, the moral to the story is, gente, never trust a big butt and a smile. Órale, poison. Because eventually what happened over time is this chick done fell in love with your boy. She exposed game to everyone. And yes, of course, my homeboy was feeling some type of way. After all that 16 kids by 778 different mothers, after all that child support, after all that, man, I ain't tripping off that chick, homie. Man, what I look like, some type of poop butt? The fool's on my door like, hey, man. I'm like, what, bro? What's wrong? You messing with my baby mama? I said, all right, bro, I ain't gonna do it no more. I didn't know. I thought I had the ghetto pass. He said, you ain't gonna mess with her no more? I said, no, I'm good, bro. It's all good, don't you? Appreciate you, man. All right, cool. Get up out of here. American me that. And we were never the same. Our relationship was never the same. So I say that to say this. At the end of the day, the moral to the story is watch who you mess with. You're thinking it's all good in the hood, and you're thinking you can do whatever you want. Hey, put a comedy in the hood, right? You want to be that funny dude. And yes, you'll attract attention. And yes, everybody will smile. But are they smiling at you? Smiling with you. See, that's the question. I love people to smile with me. I love telling my jokes. Oh, Gunner, you're a J-Cat. You know what I mean? How could you ever have been in a position of whatever? You're a J-Cat. Am I? One never knows, does one? One thing I do know for sure is I got that energy. And the next thing I knew, and I do know for sure, is everything is by design. Everything is by design. Right? I know what I do in a menudo style in direct fashion, but definitely I just wanted to announce, and that's why I did this video. I did like a lightweight bedtime story for you guys. I want to announce that I will be doing some stand-up comedy. I will be trying to get up into the stand-up comedy realm, right? To what degree of stand-up comedy? I don't know, the kind where you stand up and tell jokes. I said, I'm going to do some Cat Williams for you. I said, what's up, boo-boo? I'm going to get down in a menudo style, but I'm going to do it from the barrio. I'm going to do it Chicano style, brown style, somos Mexicano style. I'm going to do it for one and only for the Sprinkle the Woods in, brother. And the brothers on Power, on Cabrera. You guys can also join. It's definitely going to be something for everyone. So be on the lookout coming soon. I will be doing some stand-up comedy. I already got one for you guys. Oh, it's good. It's so good in the hood. You thought George Lopez was doing something? You ain't seen Nathan yet. You know, let me tell you something how I do it. I'm going to say that. Guard! Tell him how I do it. Oh, he's too busy. He's getting that mammo. When I say mammo, that's exactly what he's over there doing. Like I said, I don't know about this pronoun. I ain't trying to look. So that's okay. I got my blue suede blocker blinders on. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. I hope that you get every single damn thing that you want coming to you. If you don't get nothing, well, that's because you ain't done nothing, homie. Get up, roll up out of bed, roll your mattress up. Yes, even a water bed. Roll them up, homes, and get out there and get to it. Get that bag, because when your kid says, Dad, I want a Happy Meal, and you say, I can't afford it because see the way that my get down works, the way my mattress on roll game works, nah, roll it up. Go out there, throw them Red Wing boots on, says, kid, stop getting your Red Wings and go out there and use your Red Wings, homeboy, and handle it in the fields or todo. Man, I don't care what you have to do. Bring it back to your familia. If you like this, like and subscribe with a thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle for what I truly believe in, and that's the coming together of all people. I do it for the raza. I said remix. Anyways, with that being said, gente, let's go ahead and make this happen. I will be doing comedy. I will be bringing smiles to your face. If you think I'm a clown and I don't have good jokes, I'll tell you one right now. Some chick walks into a bar, right? She's reading a magazine. She's kicking back, reading the magazine. The vato says, hey, mija, hey, what's up with you? She ignores him. He says, hey, bartender, send her a shot. Cazadores, on me. She sees the shot. The bartender's from that pendejo over there. She sees him. Okay. Slams a shot, boom, right back to the magazine. Walter's like, to what degree of fucking game? She's not feeling me. He's like, give her another shot. So I said, hey, it's from the man over there. Boom, she slams it right back to the magazine. The Walter says, you know what, man? One more shot, give her one more. So I said, hey, from the man over there. She looks, slams it, palo. She's reading the magazine. He says, you know what, man? I ain't never been shut down like this. I said, what time? Right? So he walks over, he says, hey, mija, what's happening? Is there something more interesting than me in that magazine? She goes, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just reading an article. It says that Indian guys have the longest penises and Mexican men have the fattest. And she goes, I didn't get your name. He said, orale, my name's Tanto Rodriguez. Oh, with that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. Get it, gente. I said, get it. Bang, bang.